Oriola store. You wanted to actually connect correctly this time. Ad break start. The first little ad break starting in a minute. Let me get the ad box. One is connected. And this one is connected. I can see everything here. And we're gonna do Ben. Avatar. I need to check and see if I get any new little doodads. Oop, I get a free case. Free case every 4 days. Let's see what I get this time. Yeah. Did I get the otter? I got the otter. Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. Look at his little face. Yes. Okay, okay. Crowd. Okay, is crowd control on? Let's test. Yeah, that's on. All right. So let's despawn this. Spawn. And spawn the new baby otter. Ah, it's a baby. That's so cute. I love that. He's a little baby. Okay. What else? So I got this up and running. Should be visible. Let me go and check. Go to Twitch. Creator dashboard. Oh wait, no, go to my channel. That's what I gotta do. Channel. And yeah, okay. So the crowd control is up there at the top left where it's supposed to be. Okay. So I have been I've been using Streamlabs labels for the little labels I have at the bottom, but they don't support recent raid. So I have spent 3 hours trying to figure out CSS to replicate what I have here in Stream Elements to try and get a label for each thing. I don't want it anymore. Oh, hey there, Ghost. How you doings? Also, why is my YouTube stream like way behind? Holy cow. I have it set to low latency and everything. What's going on? It still has me upstairs. Okay, I can't watch my own. What's going on here? Play. Oh, somehow it paused? I don't know. I don't know. I need to do decree issued. Oh, we got vehicle import rights. Oh, I need to go buy a vehicle. Okay. 10 days or 10 recollection points so I can get both of these two little passive levels today. All right. I had to take a break from doing any streaming yesterday. I didn't even want to play games yesterday. I just sat in bed. I'm so tired mentally. Um, get these and then tomorrow. I need to go get my combat clothes. I should probably check in on my dad because I think I saw him online. Oh, the recliner. Man, I honestly, I know you probably couldn't care less about it, but like, I wish I had a recliner. I don't own a recliner. I have couch that is taken over by children and dog, and my computer chair. I don't have a recliner. Um, Dad, see how he's doing. Right, so I need this, I need that, I'm gonna need that, and that, and that, and that. Um, this is my spare stuff. Nope, nope. Wrong boots. Need those boots. Okay. So we'll go up here. Oh, CP. Anything new? Not particularly. I mean, beyond me trying to find a new job. Um, Not really too much. I mean, kids are about to graduate their respective grades. I can't go to either graduation because my employer decided, oh, you need to facilitate training for the next 3 weeks straight. So that's my life. Um, so I'm currently in week 1 of 3 of training. Yeah, I told my husband because I mean I went to so Mix has me really upset. Um, my daughter is finishing kindergarten this year. So I'm not gonna see her kindergarten graduation. And I feel a type of way about that. Um, but yeah, same company. Um, I've changed roles a couple times over the last few years, but I've been the same role for the last 2 years. So I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, I need to do something different. Um, I've been applying outside of the company as well. Like, I think I'm up to 8 applications within the last month. Because it's really, it's kind of hard to find jobs that are within the same field. Okay. All right. Um, um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the thing that my job, my actual job title, what I do is like I'm effectively I'm doing more than what's required of my role. Um, like my actual job demands are more on the lines of like a entry level project manager, data analyst type of thing. I certainly don't get paid for doing that though. So yeah, that can be difficult. The easiest thing too is like looking for remote work. Um, there's a lot of things out there like plenty of data entry jobs, entry level type things. My problem is that if I'm at the point where I'm ready to move to a different role, I want to move up. I don't want to do any lateral moves or take a pay cut when the goal is to go up. Um, okay, there's that. What missions do I so I'm having a hard time finding jobs with roles that I have skills for, jobs with roles that I have skills for that pay well, uh, and jobs with roles that I have skills for that pay well that don't have the most god awful ratings for a job on places like Glassdoor and stuff like that. Because I certainly don't want to go from working for my company, which all things considered isn't bad. Like they are certified as a great place to work with the benefits they offer, the flexibility of schedule, things like that. And a lot of other companies aren't as flexible. So there's that. Um, but I'm being paid about $10,000 to $12,000 less than I should be for the amount of work I do. So I gotta reconcile that. And yeah, I've been working on my resume a lot lately, like a lot. Um, I mean, it depends on what it is. Sales. Uh, oh, sorry for the yawn. Like the only sales job I ever had was, oh my God, so many years ago now, but it was selling debt collection services to companies. Like if they are just not being paid and they need help recovering the debt, then that's what we do or did. The problem is I had no I was like 20. I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't really have any faith in it either because I'm like, who wants to deal with a debt collector in any capacity? So I think if it's any other kind of sales position, like maybe selling life insurance, most insurances, or like cars, you do a lot better. Do a lot better. I shouldn't drink coffee this late. For the commission? Oh, yeah, I mean, tires. Everybody needs tires. That is for show. It's okay. I know what you meant. Well, tonight is going to be some mission grinding to catch up because I didn't log in at all yesterday. So now I've got to do 10 missions instead of just 5. And... No touchy. No touchy. Stay out of my no-no square. No. Oh yeah. That is a big thing. A lot of that's like a common mistake because you're like, I just need to tell everything about me in excruciating detail, so that they understand what a good fit I am. And I did the same thing. Mine was like 3 pages long, and I went back and I redid it, and I went through looking at a lot of these job positions and how they were wording the things they were looking for in an employee. And I had to really rethink how what they were looking for correlated with what I offered, because I do the things that I do at my job without even really realizing it. I don't take time to think about how this could translate to a resume. So I had to go through on my day to day for about a week and really break down, like, I use this system for doing this task. How does this benefit in a project management aspect? How does this correlate to um a data driven environment, and other things like that, like those buzzwords that the corporate peoples like to read and use. So I broke it down to a single page, and then I also worked on a cover letter. So now if it's something that wants a cover letter or doesn't, I just customize the cover letter for the role I'm applying for so that it's extra fancy. I've actually just recently applied and completed the pre-screening for another role. So I've done uh 3 internal applications and 5 external applications. Um so I'm on my third internal one. Yeah. It doesn't help either that a lot of these businesses use like AI algorithms to kind of sift through applications. That reminds me, I gotta check my email today. See if I got any responses. Stuff. Uh, oh, I opened my email and there's an email from the teacher about my daughter drawing on school property. She sent it 2 hours ago. I'm not checking my email for stuff at that time. Okay. Nothing new there. I'm gonna have to talk with my daughter tomorrow morning about, yeah, no responses back. Patient. I don't know. But for the password? Oh, got my back. Receive email with instructions for resetting my password. Where is it? Okay, well, while I wait for that email to pop up, because Muh. Did it go to no. Okay. Next one. Race against time. Fine. Whatever. I don't have anything pop. I never thought I'd need to remember it, to be very honest. Okay. Tina. Got my password. Send it here. Did I just never register an account? I don't know. Man, I gotta quit getting fixated on random. Okay. Diablo 4? What did they change about it? Never really played it myself, but it was fuller. Everything. Oh. Oh. Well, that's cool. Kind of the same story with Conan. Took them, what, 5 years to get it to be a game people wanted to play? I hope they don't make this. I really wish devs would quit making the same kind of mistakes. Like, and maybe this isn't just like a industry type of thing, a specific industry kind of thing, but I feel like every single business, the people designing things are so grossly disconnected from the user base that they always implement a game or whatever badly to the point where the entire player base is like, why? We don't want this. We want this. And it happens in any industry, really. Like even with my job, like we had an entire system replaced. Okay? We've had the same user interface for our tools for like 30 years as a company. They decide, "Oh, we need a new one. Got to get with the times, so to speak." Okay. It's a fancy schmancy browser type of user interface. Fine. What do? They take away almost all the features that made the previous one so good. There's a reason why we couldn't replace it for 30 years. Nothing else compared. We had to design our own, and it worked, and it did exactly what it needed to do in many different ways. And they took away some of the most basic stuff that we use on a day-to-day basis. And I'm just like, did y'all ask a single person who works with this tool before making this change at all? Because y'all took everything away. Yep, don't land. But it's like, I swear, every industry, there's always some goober who like wants to make a change and doesn't take into consideration the people who actually use the thing that they're changing or implementing. Oh, but we used focus groups. Of what? Potatoes? You just stuck a sack of potatoes on a chair and called it a focus group? Like... not even monkeys. That'd be an inanimate object. Oops, oops, oops. Tabbed out. Passed it. Yeah. Oh, this is so... creates so much lag. Need to give it a minute to chill out. Ooh. It... oh no. Stupid. Hate that one. Difficult thing to maneuver. I am just below it. So the vertical unit goes up and down. Cube. Close. No build zone in either direction. Trigger that. Sure. So, so if potential expansion. Okay. Next. Don't want to do Taiki yet. That's gonna load up my inventory with stuff. Let's do these first. Ruins of Simpo. Upper limit of my current base within the Tower of Rock could not place. But it would tell you why. Got it. Push that back a little bit. All right, Simpo, Simpo. Ooh. I finished the third house book though. I've now read the main 6 series, the 3 prequel books, the house books, which is House Atreides, Harkonnen, and Corino. And now I need to order the next series. Yeah, I'm gonna end up needing my own bookshelf for all these books. Because this is book 8 out of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 20, 21, 22. And that's not including the biography of Frank Herbert, who is the original writer of the Dune series. That would make it 23 if I wanted to read that as well. But the story is 22 books. I am on book 8, or I just finished book 8. What's crazy is these books have been out since 60s, 70s. The story is not new. I mean, I'm sure that they're on audiobook too at this point as well. block too early. Missed the parry. Normally more than 2. Oh well. This one is done. Just gotta get back to that ornithop. Madoon's I feel like I need to go back and reread the first book sometime, or the first 6 books sometimes, because there's stuff where I'm like, they talked about that? I look it up, and it's in a book I've already read, and I don't remember it. I'm just like, when did I read this? Okay. I'll go with the flow. Fremen finds, and then I'll do sabotage. Wait, no. I'll do Taiki. Let's do Taiki. I mean, I remember the major parts, but like some of the in-between filler type of things, I'm just kind of like, what happened? Hold on. But I did get a lot of it unintentionally memorized or committed to memory because because there was a server I was on before. It was a roleplay server, and the lore masters were very adamant about certain things with Fremen lore, and it's like, it's in the books. It's in the books. I even cited which book, which page, which paragraph, every shred of evidence. And they still said no. Wasn't worth the not even a battle. I wouldn't even call it a battle. Power was out at the Rift base. You switch clothes. Yeah, it was silly. Like, I don't know why they wanted to be so anal about certain things. Especially when, like, mind you, admittedly, there's not that much documented about the specific topic that I was kind of going back and forth with them about. But I'm like, just because we're playing in an like, this game here is an alternate universe of Dune. Okay? It's only deviating from the point in which Lady Jessica gives birth to a daughter. Where's the enemy? Huh? There you are. What are you doing out of your position? Um, it only deviates from the point in the timeline. I don't know how much you know about Dune outside of the movies, but the movies focus on Paul, right? Paul Atreides coming to Arrakis and blah, 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 blah. Lady Jessica, his mother, was supposed to have given birth to a daughter. She did not know that, and out of an act of love, gave birth to a son for Duke Leto Atreides. It's Paul. Okay. Lady Jessica did not find out that she was meant to give birth to a daughter until she was like 3 days before giving birth is when she was told that that was supposed to be the instruction. She had no idea. And they still blamed her for doing like purposely. So Bene Gesserit have the ability to like decide whether or not they give birth to boys or girls. Like she's had that ability, so she decided to give birth to a boy for her Duke. But that is where the timeline deviates in the Dune universe. In this game, she gave birth to a daughter, as intended. And Paul didn't ever exist. So the roleplay server I was at tried to say that because we're playing in an alternate universe, the lore about the Fremen is up to more interpretation, which it really isn't. Where are you at? Yeah, exactly. It's just saying I'm just gonna go down with my ship. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, because I was just like, the lore of the Fremen, the native people of Arrakis, doesn't change whether or not Paul exists. They're still the Fremen. They still have their cult, like their culture doesn't revolve around Paul existing. So when I tried to explain, especially quoting and citing the book, I did bibliography level resource citing. I'm like, no, you don't understand how wrong you are, fella. They didn't believe me, and they still, you know, like you said, they wanted to go down with that ship. So I was like, all right, screw y'all. No. Ah, damn it. Look here. You are annoying. Okay. And then there were... What else? There was other arguments as well. Because I roleplayed as a Fremen. I did a lot of research on Fremen and the Chakobsa language and the inspiration for the Fremen people that the original author of the books, Frank Herbert, derived from when creating all the things he created, right? So I was well on my way to becoming the nerdiest of nerds when it came to Fremen. And I'm just like, y'all don't know, and you don't want to know, and you just don't want to be wrong. What it was. Needless to say, I don't play there anymore, and I haven't for a long time. I was thinking a lot more rude words, but yeah. Because, I mean, it was several months. And, like, every single time I tried to talk with them about it, even just to have a civil discussion, it would just... One of them would inevitably be really rude and belittling and other stuff like that, and I'm just like, I'm not here for it. Suspicious figure! Boop! I just want to boop your snoot. Come here. Come on. It's running away. Come on, I got things to do. Come here. Come here. Alright, there's no more enemies here now. Taking all the goodies. Oh, that was 10. Nice. But yeah, there's even so within the Fremen culture, they have priestesses that they call Sayarinas. And they're basically the religious vocal. And then they also have Reverend Mothers who are kind of like the head of the not a church so much as just the cell, the unit, the siege, the tribe. So it's Reverend Mother, Sayadina priestesses, and then everybody else. And in my character's history, because I noticed out of all the people playing on the server, nobody was playing any sort of Sayadina. And the Fremen are an extremely religious, superstitious, omen-oriented type of people. And I'm like, how is it every single person playing a Fremen, not a single one does anything besides, I stab you? So I was like, I'll do it. I know enough about it, I'll do it. And it took me weeks to get approval to change my character's backstory for her to be a Sayadina, or even to be prepared to be a Reverend Mother. Anything. And the first thing one of the admins said was, okay, let's see how many holes I can poke in your story. Like, what? That's not what you say to people. Like, how many holes I can poke. It's just like, all right, I'll take a look and we'll make sure it's like lore-wise consistent or something like that. Like, you don't say I'm gonna see how much I can tear it apart. No one wants to hear that. Okay. Fremen finds serving Thimpo fire upgrade. Do Fremen finds next. But yeah, that was the kind of vibe I had to deal with all the time there. And I just lost interest. There was no joy in playing. They let people harass players with no repercussions. It was just... It was not a great place to play. And then I came here to this community, the Holiday Spice Community. I haven't had the inclination for role-playing really since coming here after everything I dealt with at the prior one. But they do have roleplay communities, like servers. And Fremen finds. And I just play on a regular PvE thing. Like I just play the game. I've had more fun just playing the game instead of worrying about roleplay than I ever thought I could have. And it's probably the only thing that has kept me from just quitting the game. It's just the change in perspective, just enjoying it, the game for what it is, instead of worrying about what group of people I am or am not interacting with that may or may not be fun to deal with. But I do this every night. Come do my missions, and then if I have a little bit of time left before bed, I'll maybe start working on an achievement or something. The next content update is May 19th, which I'll be working, so won't be able to really access it when it drops. I've been hearing from others and seeing videos and stuff that the latest expansion for WoW turned out to be pretty good, so yay for that. Haven't played WoW in a very long time. I have like no desire to go back. Oh, I had a yawn. Okay. I need... You mean not enough power? I didn't understand the purpose of that. Like, what's the point of Classic if you're just gonna... Oh, shoot. Release all the expansions that came after anyway. Like, for me, Classic WoW was vanilla WoW. No expansions. And it's like, if I want to play the expansions, I'll just play the regular retail release of the game. Like, why would I buy the expansions all over again? What does that do? You're not sneaking. Like, is it mechanically different than retail? Do they just not include some features beyond... Like, I don't understand. I never understood it. I really just don't. Still an enemy lurking around. I don't know. Not. First edition of Burning Crusade. Okay. They have another edition? Same game without the bugs. But okay. But you've got WoW Retail, regular game, and WoW Classic, that's up to Mist of Pandaria now, without the bugs that were there when it originally launched, which would be retail now because those have all been patched. So why not play Mist of Pandaria on retail? What's the difference? So just making a new character? I don't know, that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't, I mean, I guess if that it obviously makes plenty of people entertained because playing it. Um that's just not, that is not my idea of a good time. I mean, I'm obviously grinding stuff right now, but like I wouldn't cap out in this game and then go, oh, let me play a harder version of it where I have to start all over and have different level caps. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, I know what they've been doing with it, and I'm familiar with the whole classic WoW thing. I just never understood the appeal. Because like, if I wanted to play WoW, I would just play retail. Like, I don't want to go back to when it was like that again. But like I said, that's a personal preference thing. Obviously, there were plenty of people who wanted that, which is why they made Classic WoW. Um, I feel like if it had stayed with just vanilla and did not release any expansions with it, that would have been just honestly better because vanilla WoW, like if you really wanted the hardcore grindy, was it. Um, I wouldn't have. As soon as I saw them releasing the expansions, I was just like, okay, they're just re-releasing the game. I guess. I don't know. I again, I think it's a personal perception thing because like with Ark, for example, when they get up there, when they came out with Ark Survival Ascended, it was effectively Ark all over again. You had to start all over again. Grind everything out all over again. Only instead of no bugs, we got all the original bugs. Because they did not, in fact, use fresh code. So, um, so that was like what classic WoW made me think of and feel like. It's just the, dang, you got away. Die. Wait, am I? Yeah, I'm using the right gun. It's just not my, it's not a thing that's my cup of tea to do. Ugh. That's three. Gonna be at least three more. 4, 5. He is down underneath me. Yep. Um. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Where are you? Seven. I honestly probably won't introduce my kids to WoW. Um, maybe I'll let them discover that on their own if it's still around by the time they might want to play that. But it's going to be a long time before they get their own computer. That kind of thing. Okay, this one's done. Oh, the yawning needs to stop. I'm very tired of you. Hoping I get Taiki on the rotation again. Yes. Now the reason for Taiki, which probably makes no sense. Siege of Orgrimmar. Yeah, I never did a whole lot of Siege of Orgrimmar. Um, I go to Taiki to get this particular component. It's generally very hard to get. And Taiki results in getting nice quantities of it. Drop that, drop that. Don't need that or that or that. So I like to farm Taiki to get this. I need it to make fuel for my base. Um, it's pretty open. This zone right here, Plaga Basin, is the main map where you can build bases and such. The other area you can build is the deep desert, but this zone resets once a week. So whatever you build out there is temporary. Um, Typically what people will do is just build a generic like box base to put whatever you need for production out here. See that little spice below right there? And we farm a mineral called spice. And we take that spice sand and we bring it back to the base we put out here and we refine it into spice melange. And then bring it all back home. Now these zones I'm going to here on the open map, on the world map, here, these are, they're instanced. Some of these are what we call dungeons, or they're testing stations is what we call the dungeons. And these are where quests are, but you only go in there if you have a mission to be in there. They're not like free to go in and out to explore. I wish they were, because like here is the, on the world map, this is the Haga Basin region, and this is the Imperial Basin region, and this is the northern polar ice cap, which we are in the future supposed to be able to go to, plus like everything else here on the map. Like there's so much more. This is just the northern hemisphere of the planet, but we're forced into just this one little area so far. The game's only been out for 11 months, so there's still a lot more expansion to it that can go. Like, there's actually a map in the book. Okay, so this is, we're in the North Pole region. Not that this will be visible to you really at all. But there's still, oh, here we go. So there's still all of this down here at the bottom that we don't even have visibility to. So like, it looks just like a blob on camera, I'm sorry. But like there's all this down here. This whole bit down here that we can't even see on the current game world map. And there's a whole other South Pole. This is a whole different map. The whole bottom half of the map we can't even get to yet. So the planet is honestly massive. It's just, we have like this much access to it right now. I'm excited for future updates, to be very honest. Like, I'm hoping also that they make more of these areas more freely explorable instead of can only be here with a mission. We didn't even used to, like, this here, this menu here, these specializations, we didn't even used to have these. This is a newer addition from just like a couple months ago now. Um, so we just had this. This is the Landsrad. All right, so this is where the houses here, House Atreides on the left and House Harkonnen on the right, where we compete to see who wins the favor of whichever house. So like these are all the minor houses, right? And you can see all the green ones are the ones that House Atreides have claimed. And whoever gets the most each week wins and gets to vote on whatever buffs. Options are kind of meh this coming week, but it used to be you would see all these little rewards that are listed here. So like for 700 house points, I can get 10,000 gold, right? It used to be the only way you could get those is to like turn in items, like a quartermaster turn in sort of thing. And now with the new mission system, I just do missions. In this case, I'm working on Talagari, I think it's called. Yeah, this house. So if I've got a personal contribution of 6,037 points so far, so I have earned these two rewards, the plasteel composite parts and then the Acaronian chest plate. I don't really care about any of it. I want the Solari, and if I haven't gotten it yet, the placeable swatch. I want that swatch. But what completing missions does on tiles that have not already been claimed is it gets my guild voting power in the Landsrad. So here you see this little purple thing down here. This is where all the guilds on the community I play on vote for what buff we want in the upcoming week. So this week, the current decree is that we got a vehicle vendor. That's what everybody voted for, so that's what we got. And so the more voting power my guild has, the more heft we have with picking the vote for next week. So it's all like intermingled game politics kind of stuff. It boils down to I run around, kill stuff, I get points, yay. That's really all it is. And it earns me this. I get the house script, I get Solari, which is the money. I'm already max level. I've already done all the missions and stuff. Like I'm literally at endgame, and all I do is missions at this point. Help out newbies if they ask for help. Oh. Finish my missions. Hmm. Actually gonna head back to my base. And it did I get the thing? I did. Go drop off loot. This is a spooky place, though. This is one of the newer regions that they added. And it freaked me out at first because you can see actual ghosts. The people here were murdered so traumatically that their ghosts still wander around. And the first time I came through here, because it is so eerily quiet, it freaked me the hell out. Like, here, let me show you. Right up here. First of all, dead bodies. Did you see that? Now, the ghosts don't do anything. There's so many dead bodies. The ghosts don't do anything. They just... Okay, so look on the right-hand side of my screen. Yeah, they're just there to freak you out. So the right-hand side, right above those flowers, and then as I turn my camera, it goes away. And go like this. You see the silhouette go back? It's like that everywhere. It's always in the corner of your vision, and then you go to look and it disappears. Yeah. Oh, see, there's one right there. You can see it standing there at the top of the stairs. And I look right at it, and it starts to fade away. Yeah. So I'm used to it now. Now that I've been running through this place quite a bit. But the very first time? Oh, no. I wanted to nope right out. I can do 3 more. Alright. So I'll do Opifire. I'll finish with Taiki. I just make money to pass the time now. I want to do these 3 missions, and I'm going to go to my base and drop off stuff. Yes, because you have a no box under you, overlap with any vertical extension. So I'm trying to help somebody understand in the guild chat, or not the guild chat, the community Discord, that the way our bases work, we get, like, we put down first a staking unit to claim the space we're going to live in. And it's a 10 by 10 cube, a big cube. And most of the time it sinks into the ground at first if you don't raise it. And we can expand the size of that cube and make some really massive, like, there's some amazing bases out there that are just huge fortresses. So just because it starts as a 10 by 10 doesn't mean it stays that way. The problem is that when you want to get vertical height, the vertical expansion goes up and down into the ground. So if you're building up in an elevated area and you want to expand vertically, you have to take into consideration what's below you, because there are certain areas, I call them no-no boxes, but they are no-build zones that are where NPC camps and towns and stuff like that are, where you just cannot build. So if you build above one of those no-no boxes, you can't expand vertically. Because you cannot overlap or build too close to a no-no box. So unfortunately, one of the community members has learned the doom of the no-no box.
Who's that? Eyes on hostile.
Ooh, no, I don't like the sound of that gun. That's a drill shot. I don't want to get poked by that. Bob and weave. Bob and weave! No. have a very hard time building or being able to plot out the way, like some of the ways that people build in this game. If you Google Dune builds and the things that some of these people have made, it's just absurd. Someone built a I think they built Megatron. they they built their base to look like Megatron.
Shields up.
It was amazing, but I could never. I Ooh, see at me. I have no idea how they did it. I could not. Unless I have a build guide for some of these kind of things where it's just like telling me what to do, I have zero idea. Oh, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I heard that Enshrouded added all that water stuff. Yeah, I weirdly, like, as much as I like building, Enshrouded's building was too much for me. Like, it was way too many little things to manage. Um, but I've seen some really beautiful builds out of Enshrouded, so that is pretty amazing. It is definitely freedom. You're not wrong. Like with the terraforming and, like you said, building canals and waterfalls, and I think my problem is that I get too overwhelmed with the amount of choice and possibility that I go, like, I just freeze. I don't know what to do. Um It's the same thing with games like Vintage Story. Like I don't mind having some customization control, but I don't need it down to like each voxel. Yeah. That is a pretty cool aspect of it. It's the same thing in Vintage Story. You can chisel down to hold on. Trying to stop the fork from hitting the floor. Where did it go? Oh no. Ah! Stop falling. Jesus. I went to go I turned this way to grab something, this, because I have a hangnail and I was trying to get it. But in the process, my sleeve hooked my plate that had a fork on it, flipped the plate, dropped the fork. The fork landed between me and the arm of my chair, and I'm trying to grab it. I bumped the fork the wrong way because I can't see what I'm grabbing, and it nearly falls, and it's just this. I just wanted to cut my nail. Why is that so difficult? It's so clumsy. What am I doing? Bremen finds. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. Send me a picture. Love looking at enshrouded builds. Because I could never make them. You might like Vintage Story too. Because it kind of does the same way. Oh, okay. See you soon. Oh. Oh no. He's already down. What? No. Don't spend your money on resources. Raise. No. God. Poor newbie baby. Why are you buying resources? Let's go get the resources. Let's see. I want to look at this crowd control thing. Can I configure pricing? Um, I don't know how to. Poor Drace. Oh, it didn't go the way I wanted. Didn't go the way I wanted. Let's see. Shoot you. Shoot you. Oh, I missed. I don't need to come up here. I'm just doing it for fun. I cannot see the feetsies of the people I'm hunting. Aw, it took too long. La la la. It took way longer doing that than I needed to, but eh. Personal entertainment value. Okay. How much fuel do you bring with you into the DD when you take an assault out to Spice Mine? Okay, so those two things don't go in the same sentence together for me. If I go into the DD, take 4 large fuel cells, safe, and gives a little wiggle room. Look, I'm getting spice. I'm in a crawler. Okay. I absolutely do not hand compact. There's plenty of people that do it. I did it in the past. The amount of anxiety I got. Like, I would have sweaty palms. I would be jumpy. I would just spontaneously need to go to the bathroom because I'd be panicking. My husband would come in and ask me a question and I would just snap because I'd be like, shut up, shut up, shut up. No noises, shut up. Because I would freak out. Like, no, I cannot. I don't hand compact. I just don't. I'm in a crawler. I have somebody in a carrier to pick me up. It's safe. I didn't either. Past, but uh now I go with guilty crawler. Welcome back. I'm just working on finishing up this mission here. Trying to help a community member with, I don't know, I'm just answering his questions really, not doing anything particular. Or Yeah, someone's here. Damn. So this one's the last one. Ooh, there was another one. There was 8 this time. Okay, well, I'm gonna loot this first. Oh. Okay. So the blue thing around me, and you probably don't even know, this like this thing I'm activating, this blue glow, is a shield. The shield prevents me from being shot. But if I shoot a gun, the shield drops down. So every time I have an enemy that does not have their shield up, I poo-poo. And then they shoot me back, and I go, ow. And then I poo-poo. I might have to side chat this guy because he keeps typing in the wrong channel. They do. That's called a drill shot. The drill shot is a type of gun where the bullet will slowly try to penetrate through the shield. And if I do not dodge in time, it will get through the shield and hit me for a lot of damage. Last one is another run of Taiki. One more run of Taiki. Get all that delicious slag. Run back to town. No, run back to base for my inventory, then run to town. Um, all right. Switch to this. What do I need to throw away? Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right. Gonna do another run through here. And then I'll be finished with missions for the night. Ow! I'll be all caught up. Got you in the cojones. Okay. just gonna try to blitz it this time. Oh. Didn't target. So sorry if I get a little bit quiet. I tend to not talk much when I get into focus mode.
I see someone.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Identify yourself. Get.
Access granted.
Shield on! Enemies out! Where is everyone?
Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Then I can go. Clean up my bags. Too much slag. Hey. Woo! Oh, you were extra. Okay. Surprise. And last chest. Nice. All done. I just gotta get back to my ornithopter and back to base. Oh, up. There we go. Level 87. Woo! There. Don't need that. Don't need those. Don't need those or those. Alright. And then tomorrow, okay, I've unlocked these two. Tomorrow I can unlock that. I'm almost level 100. So close. Okay. Get back to base. Eventually. It doesn't normally take this long. What the hell was that? Like, why did it do that? That's stupid. Ugh. Excuse me? It's gonna be like that today. The known bug. I don't know that that's ever gonna be resolved, but it's not supposed to ask me for the password. I've already put in the password before. Oh, so this is my base that I built into the rocks. Down here. And there's some more in there. Get to come up on this side to see the rest of it. Yeah. So here's some more of it up in here. It took me about a month total. My little copter garage. My garage where I keep my buggy. Putting away on my raw materials. Alright. don't need that. I'll save. Make 50. Beautiful. All that slag that I was farming is used to make these purple power cells. They're spice-infused fuel cells. And they are the best you can get. I now have a horde. I have much more than I need. This is what's left after I already gave away 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. So 10, like 12 stacks. A lot of these. This is what I had left. I was running out of room. I had to give them away. And I still have too much. It's enough fuel for like 2 years. I don't use that much. I just hoard that much. Alright, let me repair my Fenther belt. Let me go see what money I have saved in my little box. Oh, this is my little house. My little office space. My little pet Muad'Dib, little mouse. I have a terrarium. Here's my little bedroom where I have my personal storage and my bed and stuff. My living area where I can host people. This is my personal little house. There's 10 total, I think. No, I'll just probably 2,000. Not gonna. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, there's 7. Yeah, so there's 3 up there. And then 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, yeah, there's 7 houses, not 10. There's 7. I don't know why I thought that was 10. I think I had more and I cut back. Up top is where I keep my my big ship. It's just faster. That's where I keep my big ship. I called it the party bus because it can seat a lot of people. Co-pilot and 1, 2, 3, 4 passengers. A carrier ornithopter. But I gave my, because so this game has sandstorms. And if you're outside and you're outside of shelter, when a storm blows through, you will take damage and or die. So because the only space I had with enough room for the carrier was up here, I was like, well, I want an easy way of getting up and down where I don't need to be exposed to the elements. So I just made a stairwell all the way up and down. I don't have to take it, but it's there if I need shelter on the way where I'm going. And it opens up here. I have my nice little view. Sit and hang out. This zone that I'm building in, this part of the map here. So this is the zone I live in here. It's the only spot in this entire map that has vegetation. So I decided I wanted to live in it. Now I'm gonna head to Arakeen and take a look at the market. Hey, that's a valid issue. Like it's really just a matter of, do I even like the spot, let alone what am I going to build in it? And then it's figuring out, what am I actually going to build here? I'm going to check the market really quick, and that'll probably be it for me for the night, since I'm all caught up on stuff. Oh, you don't have to stay up. What do I have right now? Grade 4. I need at least a grade 4. Hmm. Nothing good there. Ooh, that's not bad. Grab that for canna. All those expired. Boo boo. Oh. Ooh, game, don't you dare. Okay. Oh, I need to go to the Landsrad vendor. That's what I gotta go do. First, I need to buy more of the...
Ah, yes. I
Okay. You, I think, are the vehicle vendor. You're lit up, but you let me talk to you.
Sorry, but
Oh, no. Okay, fine. Not you. You?
I am permitted to trade with...
Okay. I need that. Both. That. I will buy one of these. And I will buy one of those. And I am reasonably broke again. Oh well. Nothing on the market, but at least got the thread stuff. Okay. Guess I'll go back to base and log out. Player right there. Okay. Put my little blueprints away. This away here. And put this away here. Alright. That, I think, will be it for me for the night. But it was good seeing you again, Ghost. Hope things start looking up. And thank you for hanging out. Have a good night. Bye-bye.